Everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into a breaking and very important story coming out of the United States. The federal government shutdown. According to a report by the Wall Street Journal on October 1st, the US government is heading into a shutdown starting Wednesday morning. And this time is not a surprise, it's almost a predetermined outcomes. Let me explain why. In the US Senate, both Republicans and Democrats put forward their own funding proposal, but both sides refused to accept each other's plan. This deadlock has now led directly to the government shutdown. On Tuesday, former President Donald Trump increased the pressure by issuing fresh warning to Democrats. Interestingly, while he continued his tough stance, he also signaled that he is open to further decision on Medicaid funding, showing a small window of possible negotiation. But here's the key problem. Yesterday, leaders from both parties met at the White House and still no argument could be reached. Divisions within the Republican Party itself, combined with heavy pressure from the left wing of the Democratic Party, mean that neither side is ready to promise. As a result, by midnight, the shutdowns officially began. Now let's talk about what this means. A government shutdown in the United States has major consequences. It affects millions of federal employees who may either be furloughed, meaning sent home without pay, or forced to work without receiving their salaries until the shutdown is resolved. Border security, essential service like the military, border security, and air traffic control usually continue by many other federal operations from museums to research labs may stop completely. But this shutdown is unique. White House officials have repeatedly demanded reductions in the overall size of government. They argue that funding cuts should be used as an opportunity to restructure and reduce the federal workforce rather than just temporarily sending employees home. In other words, instead of simply furloughing workers, the administration is suggesting a permanent downsizing of federal jobs. This creates an even bigger uncertainty. We are not just talking about a temporary phase in government service, we are talking about a possible long term shift in how the federal government operates. The United States is now entering uncharted territory. Economically, a shutdown can slow growth, shake investor confidence, and add to market volatility. Politically, it depends division in Washington and leaves Americans frustrated with their leaders. And internationally, it raises questions about American stability and ability to manage its own affairs at a time when global challenges are already mounting. So, it's summed up. The US government has officially shut down after both Senate Republicans and Democrats rejected each other's funding bills. Trump continues to put pressure on Democrats while signaling some willingness to negotiate on Medicaid. Deep divisions with both parties are preventing any solution, and the White House may use the shutdown not just as temporary measures but has a chance to permanently shrink the federal workforce. This is a shortly that will develop rapidly over the coming days and will be keeping a close eye on the political battles, economic fallout, and human impact on federal workers and ordinary Americans. That's it for today's update. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next clip into a global politics and economics. Thanks.